for the drills. That's anywhere, that's anytime, you can still get pills. I'm aiming for wigs, so I'm aiming to kill. Set up in the men's, don't give a fuck, you can still get drilled. All I wanna do is crush that porn. My niggas them told me make peace before you go to war. I said fuck that, I wanna drill now and then drill some more. Smoke my man in the face, yeah that point got scored. Couldn't give a toss about law. Niggas no CB. More time if it was done by the 7, it was done by me. I ride for my G's, put my heart on the streets. So if you see me, that's not my teeth. So chat tough and I'm spinning round. Ask the ops how that spin the sounds. When I spin the bangs, try and know that's a nigga down. And where I'm from, we always know to keep things around. All the risks that the team be taking. That's why my nigga Nero's money.
It's Loz D Punch Out TV. How are you all doing on this Friday evening? I want to talk quickly about a fight. What's happening tomorrow is Josh Taylor versus Jack Catterall. I've been waiting for this fight for quite a long time. When I seen that it was announced, got two unbeaten fighters, both coming out of the UK, one from Scotland and Jack Catterall from England. I'm not going to bore you with all the stats and all that bollocks, so I just want to get straight into it. I'm not going to lie, I've only seen Jack Catterall fight once, and that was against the Tunisian lad, was it Hoyer? I think he was fighting out of France. It was a 10-rounder, his last fight, which was way back in, I did write it down actually, was November 2020. So he's not had a fight since November 2020. He looks in good shape anyway, what I've seen. On the gloves are off and his workouts and the weigh-ins. It looks like he's kept himself busy. I know he took step-aside money for the Ramirez fight, because this is a mandatory for the WBO, I think it is. So he took step-aside money for the Jose Ramirez fight when Josh went over to America and fought Jose Ramirez. I like what I've seen of him. I've been watching some clips of him through the week. What I do like about him, he's got a good left hook, like a big left hook. I noticed that his stance was quite wide. He's got very wide, his legs are quite wide apart. And when he throws that left hook, he dips down and puts some, you know, venom into it. You can see that. He's got a good, straight, solid jab as well. He's a come-forward fighter. Like I say, the kids, what's his record? 26-0 with 13 KOs, so he's unbeaten in 26 fights. I have read things about him before. I'd never come across seeing him fight apart from when he last fought. I think he was on BT Sports. What I've seen I liked. I just can't see him beating Josh Taylor. I just cannot see it. Josh Taylor has just got better as he's progressed with his career. Josh is 18-0 with 13 KOs. He's beat Victor Postal, Ivan Brajancek, can't say his bloody word, Ivan Brajancek, whatever. The fight with Regis Prograis, that was a fantastic fight. That was my fight of the year. It was 2019, that fight. That was a cracking fight, that. Very close fight, but man, that was a great fight. Great tear-up. Jose Ramirez, he's beaten him. So, you know, there's stellar names on his record. He's a former, he won gold medal at the Commonwealth Games. He's just a great fighter, great inside fighter. Loves to rough it up with you. And as he showed against Jose Ramirez, he can also fight on the back foot as well. Because when Ramirez come forward and Regis Prograis, he showed that he can fight on the back foot. He's got a spiteful side to him. Comes to hurt you. I've been watching the gloves are off. and he's super confident. Josh is, which he would be if you're undisputed. He cleared out the division. I was just a bit sorry for him. When he fought Ramirez, no one showed over here. No one showed his fight, which I thought was disgusting, as he was at the time the only undisputed fighter. Obviously, Canelo's gone on to do that, but Josh Taylor's a very, very special fighter. Very special fighter on his A game. I've been watching a thing on his life story, how he did taekwondo and stuff like that, and his dad was showing pictures where he was saying he was going to be a world champion one day. He didn't know what at, he just kept telling his dad he was going to be a world champion. So it's been there from the beginning with him, and you can see obviously how he's become undisputed in 18 fights. Phenomenal. And the opponents, what he's fought. Like I say, Regis Prograis for me, I've always said it as one of my top 5 fighters. I think Regis Prograis is a badass mofo, and that was a great fight what he had with him. But I've noticed people been saying Jack Catterall looked nervous in the gloves are off. He wouldn't look Josh in the eyes, and I went back and I watched that and I thought, yes, he did. He looked at Johnny Nelson quite a lot. But anyone who knows Jack Catterall, or I've seen interviews of him before, and I've been combing through a lot of his interviews this week, he's quite a shy kid. He's not a trash talker. He doesn't badmouth people. He just tells you that, yeah, he's going to come and do it. He keeps saying he's coming to Scotland and he's bringing them belts back home to Chorley, Lancashire. So I don't think I was watching him yesterday at the press conference, the final press conference. Didn't look nervous to me. He's got a great trainer in his corner. Good boxing head as well, Jamie Moore. So they've got a game plan. Jack's coming to fight, definitely. It's going to be hostile for him up there in Glasgow. Excuse me. With all the Scots, they'll be roaring. Not just the Scots, there'll be a lot of English people cheering for Josh as well. Because he's got fans all over this country, especially, well, all over the world, but especially all over this country. So, but Jack says he's not faced. I don't think he will be faced. I think he'll come to fight. I think he'll give it all what he's got. But I just think what he's got just ain't good enough for Josh Taylor. I was listening to them both going back into when the gloves are off. Jack said there's 2 things. When Johnny Nelson was asking what his game plan was, he was saying there's a couple of things what's bad with him. Josh Taylor's got a bad defence, and he said he's too hot-headed. And Josh Taylor said, well, if you come in to fight me, I'm gonna do you. Not in them words, but whatever he said, I'm gonna do you. And if you come in to box me, you got no chance. What's Jack Catterall's best chance? I think just stick it on him. Just go for it. Use your jab. He's got a great jab. He's got pretty good footwork as well. Keep your guard up at all times. Josh can hit. And he's going to come forward. He wants to fight, mate. He's coming for a tear up. You've got to box him and you got to stick it to him, mate. Keep that defence tight. Use your jab. Use your head bobbing and weaving. Just try and box him. Try and keep him backwards if you can, because he's a very good inside fighter as well, I think, Josh Taylor. But I just don't think he's got what it takes to beat Josh Taylor. I think Josh will break him down, and I'm going for a round 9. Yeah, I'm going to predict round 9, or no, not. Yeah, round 9 stoppage for Josh Taylor. I think Josh will just systematically break him down. I just think he'll be too much for Jack Catterall. If Jack was to win, would I be happy? Yeah, of course I would. Because he's a Chorley lad. It's Lancashire. It's only up the road from me. only up the road from me, an hour drive. So yeah, I'd be happy. If Josh wins, we'll be happy. Of course, will. So it means that the belts stay in this country. Okay, he's a Scottish lad, but don't mean shit to me. I'm not into all that England versus Scotland stuff. I know some people will be because they're old enemies and stuff dating back from years ago, but that stuff don't bother me. These are two British fighters, that's just how I see it. Two very good British fighters making history, fighting for undisputed. I think it's first ever undisputed fight on British soil between two British fighters. So that's history in the making. Does Josh keep the belts? I think so. Will Josh move on to 147? I think he will. I think after this fight he'll move on. He spoke about it quite a lot of times. And I don't see what's left for him to do at 140. Me personally, I'd like to see him stay at 140. I think he should. You've got the belts. Defend him a couple of times and then move up. He's on about, and we all know he wants to fight Terence Crawford. That's a good fight, great fight. Bud for me is pound for pound the best fighter in the world without shadow of a doubt. And Josh Taylor's right up there with him. In the top 5 anyway, I think. He's undisputed. But that's later on down the line. So for me tomorrow, let me know who you've got. I'm looking forward to it. May the best man win. Can't wait for this fight. Really stoked about it. I'm going for Josh Taylor. Round 9 stoppage over Jack Catterall. This is Loz D. Peace out. Catch you on the next one.